Good morning. How are you? Buenos dias. ¿Cómo está usted? I'm going to be teaching Spanish today. Spanish translation, Spanish interpretation, English to Spanish, Spanish to English. Today is March, right? So March is marzo, correct? March. March, M-A-R-C-H. En español se dice marzo, correct? Marzo, right? So March is marzo, all right? And it's March 1st. Today is March 1st. So when you write March 1st in English, right, you say March, and you put the 1, and you put a comma, and you put 2018. Cuando usted escribe la fecha, usted siempre pone una coma aquí. Siempre se pone coma porque se ve profesional. Okay, este es el día 1. Okay, day 1, the first day of March, the year 2018. Okay, today I'm going to be using a book that is called The New Jim Crow, and the book was written by Michelle Alexander, right? So the name of the book, el nombre del libro se llama The New Jim Crow, okay? The New, así, Jim, así, Crow, okay? Una vez si ustedes ponen conmigo, The New Jim Crow. O en español, bueno, esto se traduce en español. En español, okay, check it out. So the New Jim Crow in Spanish, right? Se traduce la nueva segregación, okay? Racial. Gotcha. Okay, racial de... Oh, perdón. No. Ay, Dios mío. Okay. La nueva segregación racial en Estados Unidos. La nueva segregación racial en Estados Unidos. That is the way that you translate the New Jim Crow. Because when you translate English to Spanish, right, you can't translate word for word because it won't make any sense, right? If I were to translate this word for word in Spanish, it would be El Nueve Crow Jim, and that makes no sense. So you have to translate the sense of the sentence, right? The meaning of the sentence that you want to translate. So the sense of this would be La nueva segregación racial en Estados Unidos, right? For my English-speaking audience, La nueva segregación racial en Estados Unidos. That's the way that you translate the New Jim Crow. Okay, moving along. This book was written by a lawyer, correct? And here is this. And the name of the lawyer, her name is Michelle Alexander. Hopefully she's watching. Michelle, if you're watching, I enjoyed your book, very much so. So, lawyer, right, just so you know, for abogado, right? The lawyer is lawyer in English. For my, alright, so this is in English, right? And this is in Spanish. And this is in Spanish, right? Español. Alright? Abogado. Yeah, abogado, lawyer. Alright? Or, and another word for lawyer would be an attorney. Attorney. That is another word for lawyer. Attorney. Alright? Para la gente hispano que hablan inglés, que quiere aprender inglés, se puede decir lawyer, or attorney, okay? ¿Entendido? Okay, so. Right, this is the book right here. And this book también se puede decir el color de la justicia. Alright, el color de la justicia. Alright, so I'm going to translate that. El, right, color de la justicia. Alright, and in English, this would be, word for word, the, right, color, same word, same thing. De is of. La is the, right? La is the also. Just so you know, this is the and this is the. But this is the feminine and this is the masculine, right? So this is the M for masculine and this is the F for feminine. Justicia is justice, all right? Justice. Justicia. Justice. Okay. Color of justice. All right. So I'm going to take excerpts from this book and we're going to translate it word for word. So, well, not word for word, but you know. Okay. Introducción, la edición en español. Introducción. Introducción a la edición en español. Okay. What does that mean? Introducción. Correct? A la edición. A la edición. If you keep playing with the words, they'll make sense for my English-speaking audience. These words will start just coming, they'll start to flow. By the end of the year, 2018, you will be bilingual. You will be able to speak back and forth with your Spanish-speaking neighbor with fluency and confidence. Okay, sion. Whenever you have a word in English, correct, that ends in T-I-O-N, in Spanish it's going to be C-I-O-N. Okay? T-I-O-N. In Spanish it's going to be C-I-O-N. So, introducción. Right? In English, that would be introduction. Intro. I don't know if it's two C's. Okay. I don't want to look ignorant, but I don't know if this is two. Yeah, this is one C. Introduction. Introducción. So whenever you have T-I-O-N in English, it's going to be C-I-O-N in Spanish. Always remember that. A la edición. All right? Edition is in English. Edition. Correct? Edition. Edition. It's T-I-O-N and it's C-I-O-N in Spanish, right? Remember that. La is the. La is the. Remember that. In is in. The word in English. En. And in Espanol, it's got to have an ñ. And I remember a very educated woman taught me in college, Alt 164 is how you get the ñ. Alt 164. Shout out to JAGR for teaching me that. Alt 164. All right. Now, Español. Okay? Introducción a la edición en español. Continuamos. Or we continue. Okay. Where do we are? Let's see. Millones de personas entran y salen cada año de las cárceles Estados Unidenses. You have to forgive me, I'm not a perfect reader in English. In Spanish, my apologies. Millones de personas. Okay. Millones de personas. Okay. What does millones de personas mean? Millones. Can you take a guess? Millions. Oh, God. Okay. Millones means millions. Millions. Right? Millones. Millions. De. Millions of personas. People. Right? So this is millones de personas. Millions of people. Alright? Millions of people. Millions of people. Millions of people. Alright? And people is plural. La palabra que dice people, que dice es plural. People, right? Eso para mis amigos hispanos que nada más hablan en español. People is plural. So cuando usted dice people, usted está diciendo más que una persona. Plural quiere decir más que una persona. Okay? Más que una persona. People. Alright? People is plural. Plural. You get the gist, right? Okay. Okay. Espera. Entran y salen cada año. Entran y salen cada año. Okay. Okay. Entran y salen cada año. Okay. Entran. Okay. This is the word. Okay. Entran means to enter. Okay. Let me use a different one. Entran means to enter. Okay? Entran means to enter. But the word in its infinitive form is entrar. Okay? El verbo en la forma infinitiva quiere decir entrar. Right? Entran because you have to cut off the AR and you have to add the ending, which is AN. Entran y, so y in Spanish means and. Salen is entran y salen, to leave. Salen means to leave, but the infinitive form is salir. Yeah, salir, which means to leave. Okay? To leave. Cada is each, right? Cada in Spanish, in English means each. Okay? Año means year. Okay? Entran y salen. Cada año. Salir means to leave. Okay? Entran y salen. So, let me salir. Salir is to leave. All right. Let me explain salen. Let me explain how to conjugate the word salen. I know I'm digressing, but basically I'm teaching Spanish, so I'm not teaching this book, but I'm teaching Spanish, and I'm using this book as a reference to something to work off of. All right. Okay. So the verb is salir. Right. The verb is salir. That's the verb. Now, how do you come up with salen through salir? Well, you have to cut off the ending, right? Okay, so what is it called? The pronoun is right. Ellos, ellas, ellos, ellas. ending for ellos and ellas is en, right? When you're referring to the IR verb, right? Because in Spanish you have three verbs. You have AR, EI, and IR. You have AR, EI, and IR. AR, ER, and correct? IR, ER, and AR. So when you have an ER verb, right? You have ellos and ellas, right? So the ending for ellos and ellos, ellos and ellas, in the IR form is en. So when you conjugate the verb, you take off salir and you cross it out and you put the en. That's the concept. You put en. The verb is en. So salen would be the correct conjugation for ellos and ellos, because so you'll understand if you ask your Spanish-speaking friends or you leave a comment, they'll explain further. All right. So that's conjugation of the verb, IR verb. We'll do some more IR verbs at another date. Millones de personas entran y salen cada año de los cárceles estadounidenses y muchas de ellas hablan español como lengua materna. Así que yo llevaba mucho tiempo esperando que se publique una edición en español de mi libro de otros colectivos y comunidades por Encarcelacion Massiva y tuvieron la oportunidad de acceder en su propio idioma a las historias, los datos y la información que contiene. Oh, okay, hold on, this is too much. Wait. Estoy especialmente agradecido de Juan Cartagena por escribir la historia. Okay, Latinos y el Nueva de Jim Crow desenmayorándolos. Whoa, this is really advanced Spanish. Just shout out to Juan Cartagena, because this Spanish is really, really heavy. Some really heavy stuff. I'm trying to think who speaks heavy like this. Oh my God. Okay, al principio, okay, whoa, this is really, really heavy Spanish. Hold on. El nuevo Jim Crow y su significado por los latinos. A lo largo, oh my God. You have to excuse me, this isn't really Spanish that's spoken in everyday Spanish neighborhoods. So it takes a little second to, oh, okay, this mentions Mexico. Después que la guerra entre Estados Unidos y Mexico, and I never even knew about that. Apparently there was a war between the United States and Mexico. Okay, después que la guerra. Okay, so, así, después, okay, que, I hope I'm not boring you, la guerra, okay, entre Estados, okay, Unidos y México. This is some really, really heavy Spanish here. Terminase in. Okay, so I'm going to translate this in English, right? Okay, después. Después means after, right? Después means after. Que la guerra means, it's like saying the war. Guerra is war. And guerra is war. And entre means between, right? Estados Unidos is the correct way of saying the United States, but it's states, correct? And then united. And, right? This means and Mexico. But Mexico, for my English-speaking friends, you don't say Mexico, you say Mexico. The X sounds like an H, Mexico. Alright? Después que la guerra entre Estados Unidos y México. Alright? I hope you're up to absorbing this information and practicing A-F-T-E-R. A-F-T-E-R. After. En español, D-E-S-P-U-E-S. Después, que, Q-U-E. Right? La, L-A. Guerra. G-U-E-R-R-A. Guerra. Okay? Entre. E-N-T-R-E. It's good to know the alphabet in Spanish. It's helpful. It really is. Once you know the alphabet, you're able to pronunciate the words a little better. Estados Unidos. E-S-T-A-D-O-S. U-N-I-D-O-S. The I in Spanish, you don't say I, you say E. That's something that's you got to remember. And then this is Y. This is E and Mexico. All right? That's another sentence. I know it seems as though I'm not being consistent, but the main point is that you learn Spanish, you develop a vocabulary. That's the main point. The point is not to, well, I am promoting the book, I'm assuming, but the main point is to learn Spanish and be fluent in the language. Okay, yeah, so that's my Spanish lesson for today. This is a good book. I wouldn't recommend you start off with a book this advanced for if you speak English and you're trying to learn Spanish. I would not recommend that you start off with a book this advanced. I would recommend going to your local Spanish neighborhoods and getting a newspaper that's called El Especialito, and that's a free newspaper, free material. Technically this is free too if you get it at the library. I recommend you getting a book called, a newspaper called ¿Cómo se llama eso? Especialito. And Especialito is more Spanish that's spoken in everyday context. If you get the gist of what I'm saying. This Spanish is very, extremely advanced. But I would consider it extremely advanced. But this is, you get the Especialito, you can learn a lot from this. This is common everyday Spanish. This would be Spanish more if you're trying to be an interpreter or something of that nature. And let us, this book, this would actually help you understand a question that, forgive me if I'm being vulgar or blunt, but I get asked a lot, a question about the status of disenfranchised in America, and this book will help explain that, and it was written by a lawyer, Michelle Alexander, and the Spanish interpretation, or translation rather, was written by Juan Cartagena, so shout out to Juan if you're listening, and this is a good book, The New Jim Crow. Alright, so this is William, and William, for the record, in English, I'm sorry, in Spanish, my name is Guillermo. Alright, so my name in Spanish would be Guillermo. Alright, and my brother from another mother, Tito, taught me that at a young age. Guillermo, William, Guillermo. Okay. And actually my high school teacher taught me that as well. Alright, so, signing off. William Guillermo, Guillermo William, so that you know, if your name is William, in Spanish it will be Guillermo. That is the Spanish translation. Alright, so yeah, I'm going to teach another class, and that is all for today. So this is Cisco Network, Cisco Entry Networking Technician, Cisco Systems, Spanish, and that's basically it. Okay, you guys take care. Bye.